Hey guys, welcome to the second WRS breakdown video. This is GTP Dutchy and GTP Pesm. GTP Pesm will walk you through the grid order of week 42 of the EU race.
I took pole position with a 139.579. RS also submitted a 138.463 for the TT, which was good enough for the second place in the TT, and that makes him the fastest time trial runner on this grid. Moving on to Skyline Cat in third with a 139.923. Steve came in 7th in the time trial this week, but in this quali he beat the number 4 in the time trial, GTP Ghost Driver. Shane will start from 4th position on the grid. In 5th position we find Friday GTRP with a 140.467. GTP Hasselhoff put in a 140.521 on the timer, allowing him to start in 6th position. Behind Paul we find Rusa GT, who did great in this qualifying session. Not only is he the last guy who managed to qualify within a second from the pole time, Johan also qualified within 8/10 of his time trial time. A brilliant job if you ask me, so it's Johan in 7th on the grid. In 8th place we find Meister Vets. I think Stefan isn't entirely happy with his time, because his time trial lap was almost 2 seconds faster. In the TT he showed brilliant pace. His second split was the 3rd fastest overall, giving him the TT win in Division 2. I wonder how Johan in 7th, who nailed the qualifying, will manage to keep Stefan behind. I'm certainly interested to watch that unfold. In 9th on the grid we find Numbnuts. Richard also took part in the time trial, managing 13th overall. Definitely some impressive pace. Talking about pace, numbers 6, 7, 8 and 9th qualified within a single 10th. Amazing job Paul, Johan, Stefan and Richard. Romer completes the top 10. Javier managed a time of 140.876. In 11th we find Dutchy, who took the Divisional 3 win in the time trial this week. 12th on the grid is Baze. Behind the second pole we find Don Magellone in 13th. And Nail in 14th with a 142.462. In last position is Aaron, also known as Phoenix Fire.
It's time to start the race. We'll be focusing on the top 10 and more specifically on the top 4. This race was so action-packed that we decided to focus on the battle for the lead. So let's see how this will unfold.
And we're off! Looks like everyone's getting a clean start here.
Let's see how that goes through the first corner.
Yep, everyone's close together. Skyline having a look.
Still no big problems to see. And the first chicane.
A little bit of dust kicking up, but looking fine for the first 3.
Everyone sharp as a knife.
Yep. As they go into the hairpin. Everyone's braking on time. As we see some bunching up, yep, some contact here. Ooh.
Somebody went wide, a little bump fast here and there.
Still nothing major, as the top 3, runs away a little bit.
Approaches the second hairpin.
As
a little bit wider than the first.
Yep. Skyline hot on his tail.
Into the third sector. A sector where people can take different lines through.
Yeah,
as we will see during the race.
Yeah. Skyline having a look on RS. Ghost Driver closing in.
Also Numbnuts coming in hot.
As it's actually Ghost Driver that gets a good run on Skyline here for the first lap.
So we approach the finish line for the first time at sunrise.
And we're on board with Romer, lap 5.
Javier looking for closing up on Numbnuts.
As he gets a good run. Good exit speed, he's actually faster, so he's looking to get the pass down here into the long right-hander, where the left front tires really get really good abuse.
They did a good job there in the first hairpin. Quicker on the throttle again, more exit speed, so he could pass Numbnuts.
As we're a few laps later, where Numbnuts is having a look at Romer, going for the repass.
Breaking out of the slipstream, looking to get a pass on him before the first corner.
Gets the inside line. Romer gives him space here, very sensible.
Looking for the cutback, but will he make it stick?
Yes.
No, it's too ambitious.
Yeah, he decides not to go that route. Numbnuts flashes, and Romer gets inside.
Still side by side though.
Yeah, really close racing here.
Nice battle.
A little touch.
And we're going for the first hairpin again.
Yeah, where Numbnuts still has the inside. Oh,
Romer went a bit too wide.
Yeah.
Got a little bump there.
As we're now looking at Rusa.
With Meister Fats on his tail. As we told, this would be quite a battle.
Yep.
Someone with a...
Johan manages to hold off Meister Fats for a while, but now Meister Fats has gone alongside, made his pass.
Also Numbnuts hitting in the tail of Rusa, I think.
Yep, as we see a lot of runners here on camera.
Still following Rusa.
Yep, Johan driving a solid race.
Entering the last sector of the track.
Looks
You
like
were at the first hairpin again.
Yeah, looks like he built a gap towards the other ones. As Hasselhoff has a huge lag moment there.
Some connectivity issues, I guess.
Yeah, compromising his speed into the long right-hander. Rusa looking on the outside. Yeah.
And he's gone.
Wow.
A disconnect, I guess.
Yeah. Shame to see that happen. Paul was driving a solid race.
Driving with Stefan. Looking for a run.
Yep. This
Maybe
was
the cutback.
a really close battle with Meister Fats and Friday. Looking to get a good run towards the inside of turn 1.
Enough space left though.
Yep, both side by side. Both doing about the same speed. Let's see who has the biggest balls. As it was Meister Fats, naturally he had a little bit of an advantage, but Friday going not for the pass into the chicane, which is a smart thing to do.
Yeah, very sensible. I think you could have wasted a lot of time compromising the lines of both there.
And here we see another lap of them. Friday once again ahead. Meister Fats attacking.
I think he could have been a bit more effective to take the slipstream a bit longer there, but
yeah,
as you can see, he could still manage to get the inside line.
Oh, just gets enough space on the outside. Friday nearly getting squeezed off the track, but still holds on. Well driven. And we see another lap of them. Still the battle continues, and Friday gets a good run. Dives out of the slipstream. And gets the job done,
gets it back, but runs a bit wide.
Yeah, he looks fighty.
And the double, no double cutbacks this time.
Nope. Cutting the chicane nicely there. As we see another lap of them fighting. As we see Friday now closing in, going for the overtake.
I think it's a bit typical for this track. A lot of action going on the straight into the first corner and the first chicane because of the slipstream. It's a really nice feature of this track, I believe.
Yeah, as the slipstream settings were chosen nicely here.
Bit of a different line.
Yeah. Meister Fats looking to go through the outside, but not enough speed to carry him in front of Friday here.
but still Richard in front of Johan.
Yep, now we're continuing with the fight of the top 4. As we're back to lap 2, where RS immediately tries to overtake me. And I leave him space. And it's really tricky because we had a 4-way battle here, and Skyline was right on his tail, so I had to close the door here.
Really have to pay my respects about how close the racing is and without incidents. It's really a signature of controlling the car.
Yep, as we are really holding that in high regard in the WRS, just racing each other cleanly and fairly. As I go for the overtake on the inside.
RS looking for the cutback,
yep,
but he's
try to leave space here, and then just choosing not to go too wide into the chicane, which would be very costly.
So already the gap you guys have, but then again it's Team Avalarian.
Yep, and another run on RS, but decide not to go for it. And another lap. Still the slipstream enabling a lot of overtaking into the first corner. As I get a good run on RS. RS goes a little bit to the inside, but not enough to keep me off.
Very close racing.
Yep, this time my apex speed is a little bit better. I managed to keep space for RS and go through towards the chicane. As now Ghost Driver is looking at Skyline but doesn't make it. As we go towards the start finish once again, RS going for the inside and makes it stick. Skyline having a look.
Also interesting how many people you've got off to work. When we saw some posts in the threads, it seemed like you guys managed to keep some people off their works.
Yep. At the time of this EU race there were a few Americans watching during their office hours.
I can't blame them, this was crazy.
Yeah, it was a good race. As I go for the pass, not really overtaking opportunity around the outside, but still we're side by side. Oh, and I brake late, yes, and managed to go around the outside.
RS looking for the cutback.
Yep, but not enough exit speed there. As I managed to fend them off into the hairpin.
But allowing P3 and P4 in a better position to...
Yeah, let's see how this pans out. Skyline's having a look, but getting squeezed towards the apex, and RS looks to have a good exit, as Ghost Driver is right on his tail. Still on the inside here, RS.
Yeah, you're
and
getting
Ghost
a
Driver,
bit more breathing space here.
Yeah.
The other three start to fight with each other.
Still not enough though, they're still in the slipstream. Little bit of smoke here. Still side by side, which shows the testament of these drivers.
Still holding each other into chokehold.
I try to defend the inside here. RS decides to go to the outside.
Skyline closing up as well.
Still gets enough of a speed differential to go around the outside. Well done here.
And again, a lot of dust through the chicane.
As we see how much we can get these cars bumper to bumper. And Ghost Driver having a look in towards the last corner. does compromise exit speed a bit, but Steve getting onto the grass, and Ghost Driver has the pass done.
Skyline trying to take advantage of the slipstream on Ghost Driver. Maybe went out a bit too early.
As I try to go for the inside again on RS. Really door-to-door stuff here. We're still side by side into the chicane. As I think RS still is there, and we're 4 abreast here. Wow! As Ghost Driver makes a mega pass. Hugely opportunistic.
3 into the first position.
Yeah,
leading the race from.
I went from first to fourth.
I think a lot of people would remember this track from the GT Academy, although it's the other way around. But
yep, and it's now Skyline and Ghost Driver fighting for the front.
Still, the 4 of you very close together.
Yep, as there's no escaping the slipstream.
Not allowing any one of you to make a mistake and get away with it.
As Ghost Driver goes a bit wide, I try to compromise my line, getting a good exit, and looks like it's working a bit. I'm now alongside Ghost, as he's again ahead. So try to set it up for a good exit here. But the rest also gets a good exit.
Yeah, beautiful shot from the first hairpin there.
As we squirm a bit into T3, and then our Skyline takes the lead with Ghost Driver following him. RS looking really aggressive.
So much different lines through you.
Yeah.
Not even one of you took the line in this line in the same way.
As I did try to, I decided to go to the pit here, so I knew I had to do something different with the strategy.
So Shane getting a couple of clean laps here.
Yep, RS and Skyline deciding to go for the pit, and 1 lap later Ghost Driver goes into the pits as well. As we now see RS and Skyline rejoining the track. As you've seen, because of the new tires, I've changed positions from 4th to 1st, but Skyline manages to catch up with me in the draft in his out lap.
Very close together.
Yep, as Skyline overtakes.
Good to see that the different pit stop strategies made some difference at least.
Yep, as I try to re-overtake Steve, but yeah, that cost us a little bit of speed, and RS and Ghost are really closing in. And in the same lap goes for the overtake again into the long right-hander.
There we have the second pair.
Yep, and they're closing in fast with us fighting at the front.
Shane also driving with golden chrome wheels. I can totally approve that.
As we're running for in the slipstream again. Looks like Ghost will have the better tires at the end of the race, and I will have the worst tires, with Steve and RS on the same lap.
Also, you won't be able to save them much more, because 3 of them are pushing you quite hard.
Well, as long as you're in front, you can still control the pace, but yeah, I had to defend really quite a lot. with WRS looking towards the outside here. And Steve not deciding to go too wide into the chicane.
But Shane still connecting and choosing his battles.
Yep, and now in third place is Shane, as WRS looks towards the inside for turn 1. And manages to get ahead. Look at how close we are here. Really nothing between these cars.
This is amazing.
Slowly the understeer starts creeping in for everyone as the tires degrade. As I have a look on the inside here. And Ghost also, but not quite fully along. Ghost fully along, not fully along. Decides not to go too wide.
Great action scene.
And once again WRS getting a good run. As we could see, Ghost Driver also getting a run. And he also goes towards the inside. As we
slipstream.
3 abreast. WRS takes it. And now WRS into the lead and Ghost Driver into second. And now Ghost Driver going for the overtake into first. And he pulls it off.
Takes the inside. WRS looking for the cutback, but will he make it before the first chicane?
No, brakes early. That's a sensible thing.
As you ride on the still.
Still nothing in between these cars.
And the next lap again. Let's see how this unfolds.
Oh, they both run a little bit wide. WRS really has to take a compromised line here. And I
too wide through the chicane.
Tried to squeeze by there. Looks like I finally did. But this will cost us towards Shane, as WRS looks towards the inside. Yeah, it's too far away and the contact is made.
In this shot we can really see Shane pulling away a bit from you guys.
Yep, this is costing us. So I have to go defensive into the long right-hander. Left front tire already getting some punishment. Yep. Now we have to close up to Ghost, otherwise we'll lose slipstream. And a lap later, looks like Shane is really stretching the lead. As WRS goes for the overtake. Really close again here.
Shane really picked a good moment to make the pass, and with you 3 still fighting.
You could go away. Our Skyline really aggressive into the long right-hander. That made me go a little bit wide. Had to recover and get back into fourth. As now WRS and Skyline are fighting it out for second. And Skyline will both going too wide into the chicane. That's not really an option. But they both managed to survive as I'm hot on their tails. And try to go for the overtake into the hairpin. Managed to go around the outside of Skyline.
And still Shane profiting from you 3 guys fighting for second, third and fourth.
Yep, he's getting away nicely. Looks like it's now a 3-car battle for second.
So well, let's see who's best of the rest.
as I go a little bit wide here. Yeah, optimistic. Had to compromise and let Steve through there, otherwise we would both lose RS's slipstream again. So it's a 3-horse race for second. Racing on to these final laps into the front straight. Skyline's looking really close to RS. He goes for the inside and takes second. Can RS take it back? Yep, he goes for it. Too wide, little contact
there. A little dust kicking off.
This is the final lap of the race. Look at how close these cars are.
Bumper to bumper. Going into the first corner. First hairpin, sorry.
As Skyline runs a little bit deep into the corner, but does get a good exit.
Still manages to get ahead though.
Yep. As he defends the inside line. As I have a look on RS on the inside. Does compromise the apex speed a bit, but it's the final lap.
And again, 3 different lines.
Yep. As we see these final few corners here. RS looking to get an attack. Yep, he does the attack. A little contact. Allows me to go straight in between. And try and get a good run out of the corner on the inside. Now alongside. 3 cars wide. Who will take second?
This is amazing.
And it's Steve who takes second, and I can't make out who gets third. But in the end it was RS who gets third, and I finished fourth.
Well guys, thanks for watching. This was GTP Dutchie and GTP Pezza. If you've liked this video, please hit the thumbs up and we'll see you next time.